Today I'm going to be talking to you about biotech foods. How many of you guys know that biotech foods have been in the market since 1990? How many of you guys know what biotech food is?
Is it like Herbalife?
Kind of. Alright. Well, today I'm going to be explaining what it is, the benefits, and the challenges it's faced throughout the time. Alright. So, first of all, biotech food, we'll break it down as a word. Alright, so bio stands for biology, which is the science of life. So it's mainly dealing with plants, not really animals, just plants, agriculture, stuff like that. Tech, of course, technology, so it's different technology with plants. And food, well, you know what food is. Alright, it was first started in Geneva, Switzerland, in November 1990. It started off with just a couple of toxins, like just droplets, pills, and they were all dehydrated and tasteless, and they were added to existing foods. Like over there you see corns, and one on the right are the biotech foods. Those were engineered corns. They were their nutrients and all that, they were changed to accommodate to what people needed more. Like, let's say someone needs more carbohydrates in their diets, the corns can be adjusted to raise the carbohydrate levels. So yeah, those are the corns that have been changed, and the ones on the left are the regular ones. So that's when they just got started, so that's why they look all nasty. They look better now. Now we'll talk about the benefits of biotech foods. It's not only beneficial to us as a consumer, but to the farmers that are harvesting them. You don't really need to take care of them as much. Like for certain plants, you need to focus, like whether they need more heat or so they don't get too cold. The biotech foods, like you can just leave them out in a tent and make sure they don't get too watered up and like dug out, because you don't really need to take care of them. Like I said, the specific nutrients, like you don't, like if you need something in your diet, they can adjust it to that. And another thing is allergens. Like let's say you're allergic to peanuts or something, if they can figure out what you're allergic to, they can try to take that part out of the peanut, so you'll be able to eat it. And let's see what else. You don't need to use any kind of pesticides when you're harvesting them, so that makes it even easier on the farmers, and it's also cheaper. So it's also kind of what are they called? Organic, where you don't really need to have any poisons in them to keep all the pests and insects away. It's mainly because of the saltiness that it creates around them. It doesn't mean that the food's salty itself, it's just the soil around it gets very salty and it makes the pests go away. Alright, now we'll talk about some of the challenges. Here I have a graph about what people think about it. The green lines are people that haven't heard of biotech foods, and they ask them questions about it, like, do you think they're acceptable, or this is like if you would feed them to like your family and stuff. And the orange people are people that have heard of biotech foods. So as you can see, like this was probably done somewhere in Europe where they're more heard of, like around Switzerland. When they're starting here, it's difficult to import them to the U.S. and to European countries, because European countries they know what they're doing over there, but they don't know what we're doing over here, so they don't like trading with us. I work in import-export, so I'm familiar with FDA and all their regulations, and I know that FDA, they have to have very specific labels or else they send everything back. And that's mostly what people are afraid of, because they're not going to be able to make any money, because people are like really afraid of them, because we still have no knowledge about them. up until 2007, biotech food was going real strong, but then we sort of calmed down with it because people, like I said, are really afraid of them. And here's an example. People are really scared about everything. But after 2007, we kind of got back with it because we saw how beneficial it can be to all of us, and we can expect to see them in markets around the year 2012 if we're not dead. That's it. Any questions? That's it.